point, and sometimes it's hard to hear.
Her eyes were moist too.
When she said, "I'm sorry, I love you," yeah, we thought they had a turning point in St. Thomas. Like, by the time we got back, things were very different. Than the energy, Destiny had by the time we got back was different than what we thought we saw while we were there.
In a twist that no one saw coming, Kimmi Scott just broke the internet, and not because of a new project or announcement. She officially filed for divorce from her husband, Maurice Scott. Yeah, that couple from Love and Marriage, Huntsville, the one everyone thought would stand the test of time. Fans are shocked. How did reality TV's most solid couple fall apart like this? Let's take a step back and look at how the cracks started forming long before any papers were filed. When Love and Marriage.
I think some of the stuff needs to be addressed. Like all that extra behind the scene talking with your friends and all that, and you can't say it to a person. Yeah, that's like, yeah, you need to say it to them.
Huntsville first aired. Kimmi and Maurice Scott instantly became fan favorites. They looked like a power couple, supportive, mature, and always handling drama with grace. Viewers admired how calm and balanced their relationship seemed compared to others on the show. But things started to shift when Kimmi got diagnosed with breast cancer. It was one of the hardest seasons of her life. Through it all, Kimmi showed incredible strength and courage. She stayed positive, kept her sense of humor, and continued to support her family and community. Still, something changed. Something subtle, but real. As Kimmi began focusing more on her health and recovery, fans noticed a shift in her online presence. Her social media told a quiet story. The cute couple selfies and playful videos with Maurice started disappearing.
How you guys doing today? To be honest with you guys, we've kind of had a little rough start to the beginning of this week. I saw that Marceau went live yesterday, and he's sitting over there gloating and everything about some of the notoriety that he's gained because of the fight that happened on Love and Marriage Huntsville over the weekend. Even though it was kind of embarrassing, I wanted to be very clear about what actually happened during that fight and the events that led up to it. There's a lot that you guys didn't see. However, in the moment that I acted, I was acting to protect the situation, protect my brother from further harm. And what I will tell you is I wanted to really protect Dr. Adara Collins' work because Martell was going to slap the teeth out of his mouth.
Instead, she began posting about healing, self-reflection, and growth. People started cheering her on, calling her brave for focusing on herself. They saw it as a woman rediscovering her power after giving so much of herself to others. But not everyone saw it that way. Some viewers noticed something deeper. The warmth between Kimmi and Maurice seemed to be fading. If you watched closely during recent seasons, you could feel the emotional distance. Their conversations didn't sound like those of a married couple anymore. They sounded more like coworkers talking about logistics. Kimmi often opened up about feeling overwhelmed or unsupported. She didn't raise her voice or throw blame. She spoke calmly, just asking to be heard. But Maurice, he rarely matched that same emotional energy. Instead of listening with empathy, he often responded with logic or excuses. There was one moment that fans still talk about. Kimmi gently told Maurice she needed more help. Not just physically, but emotionally. His reply, he said he understood, then quickly explained why his work came first. It wasn't so much what he said, it was what he didn't say. There was no comfort, no reassurance, no real connection. You could see it in her face. She was exhausted.
I promise you, I told you before we started, like, we can't keep doing reunions without seeing all these wonderful behind the scenes, all these wonderful confessional comments that are made, because some of those need to be addressed. And some stuff, when we do the reunion early, we haven't seen half the stuff. People will see these clips and be like, "Ooh, they gonna eat Kimmi up at the reunion." No, they not, because we didn't even know they said it, girl. No, they not. We need to be able to see all the stuff that people got to say when they not in your face.
Not from fighting, But from trying, even when they went to therapy on the show, Maurice seemed guarded, like he cared more about being right than being present. Viewers began noticing that the chemistry was gone. The couple who once laughed and flirted now looked like roommates filming a reality show. Still, fans hoped they'd pull through. That hope faded during one heartbreaking episode when Kimmi confessed she no longer felt like a priority in her marriage. She didn't sound angry. She sounded sad, almost defeated. She said she often felt alone, not just during her cancer treatment, but throughout the marriage. Her voice didn't crack, but her pain was written all over her face. That confession hit hard. People online began questioning if Maurice truly appreciated the woman by his side, or if he only saw her as a supportive partner in his story. And just when we thought it couldn't get worse, the whispers started. At first, it was just quiet rumors.
I'm gonna protect my peace, but this has been on my heart. This has been weighing on my heart because I didn't know that this was a big deal.
Fans speculating that something was happening off camera. But soon, the gossip blogs started hinting at Maurice's late-night outings. People claimed to have seen him in lounges around Atlanta, getting a little too comfortable with women who definitely weren't Kimmi. None of this was confirmed, but the timing was suspicious. It all lined up with the period when Kimmi started pulling away online. Her posts became distant. No romantic captions, no couple photos, just messages about independence, healing, and peace. Kimmi didn't address the rumors publicly. No denial, no shade, no long statement, just silence. And sometimes, silence speaks louder than words. One fan even wrote, "You can tell she's done. Not angry, just done." And honestly, that seemed true. Kimmi wasn't walking away because she wanted to leave. She was walking away because she was tired of waiting for change that never came. When the divorce news finally dropped, everyone expected drama, maybe even a nasty back and forth online. But instead, the story took a shocking turn. Sources close to the couple said Maurice was completely blindsided. He didn't think she'd actually go through with it. He reportedly thought they were just in a rough season, one they'd eventually work through like always. But when Kimmi officially filed, Maurice broke down. According to people who know them personally, he started reaching out, texting, calling, even showing up at her door unannounced. For once, the usually calm and logical Maurice was emotional and desperate. He allegedly begged her to reconsider. One source even said he cried, saying, "She's my whole world. I didn't think she would actually leave." But for Kimmi, that emotional reaction came too late. She had been asking for effort, support, and presence for years. And now, when she finally made a decision, he was only just starting to listen. Maurice did try to make things right, though. He planned a private dinner, just the two of them, and handed her a handwritten letter. In that letter, he apologized for every moment he dismissed her, for making her feel unseen, and for not showing up when it mattered most. He even promised to go to therapy, something Kimmi had wanted for years, but he always avoided. It was everything she had once prayed for. But now, it didn't move her. Her response was quiet, steady, and final. "I love you, but I have to love myself more now." That line says everything. Just when fans thought the story couldn't get any heavier, a new voice entered the picture. A woman identified only as T came forward on a gossip blog, claiming she had an emotional connection with Maurice during a rough patch in his marriage. She even shared what looked like screenshots of messages, DMs, and a blurry photo of them at a lounge together. She said Maurice never told her he was married, only that he was figuring things out. While nothing explicit was proven, the tone of the messages raised eyebrows. Fans were furious. Many felt betrayed on Kimmi's behalf, especially since all this supposedly happened while she was battling cancer. One person commented, "He was out entertaining strangers while his wife was fighting for her life." Another added, "Kimmi was carrying the whole family and he couldn't even carry her." Maurice quickly denied the story, posting on Instagram that people would do anything for attention and that he'd never disrespected his wife. But oddly enough, The post disappeared soon after, which only fueled more speculation. Then, in true Kimmi fashion, she didn't argue, she didn't rant, she just made quiet moves that spoke volumes. First, she unfollowed Maurice on Instagram. Then, all their photos together vanished. And finally, she went completely silent online. No posts, no stories, no quotes, nothing. That silence wasn't weakness, it was power. Kimmi was reclaiming her peace. She was done letting the public watch her pain unfold. And while Maurice was left facing the public's questions, Kimmi was already focusing on her healing. When it came time for the divorce mediation, sources said Kimmi stayed calm and professional. No drama, no shouting, just a woman who knew what she wanted. She reportedly asked to keep their shared home, not out of greed, but because she wanted stability during her recovery. It wasn't about the house, it was about peace. She also requested a confidentiality agreement, meaning Maurice couldn't publicly talk about their marriage or her health anymore. She was done being part of the show's storyline. And here's the twist that stunned everyone. Kimmi allegedly asked that Maurice's future screen time on Love and Marriage, Huntsville be reduced, especially in scenes involving her. It wasn't about revenge, it was about boundaries. She wanted a clear line between her healing journey and the reality TV world that once defined their relationship. Maurice didn't fight it. Sources say he understood. Deep down, he knew this wasn't punishment, it was closure. Now, Kimmi's moving forward quietly and intentionally. She's choosing peace over performance, healing over headlines. Fans continue to rally around her, calling her one of the strongest women on the show. Some cast members have shown support, while others are keeping their distance. Maybe out of loyalty, maybe out of fear of being dragged into the drama. Either way, the message is clear. Kimmi didn't just leave her marriage, she walked back to herself. She's rebuilding her life one step at a time, not as a wife, not as a reality star, but as a woman who finally decided she deserves more than being half-loved. So now the big question is, do you think Maurice deserves a second chance? Or did Kimmi do what had to be done? Let me know what you think in the comments, because honestly, this story is far from over.